I've been thinking recently that since we've had a few more quality of life features like banners for the outposts and swimming up with A, there's still a few things I'd like to see which haven't been added yet. So here's some more quality of life features that we still need in Sea of Thieves. Oh, and I did ask to get the sloop brig removed and a bed added earlier this year, so thanks for that one, Rare. I've been asking for this one until I'm blue in the face. As the number of cosmetics have increased in Sea of Thieves, so too has the time to navigate the cosmetic menus to find the ones you want. This was fine back at launch when there were around 8 sets to acquire, but this has increased greatly. It's just not manageable. For the most part, it's okay if you don't change your outfit a whole lot like me, but it's more frustrating when adding ship cosmetics, as these have to be equipped each session. How do we fix this? Well, by adding presets first of all. I propose we could have 3 to 5 presets for our character and ship. This would be a good short-term fix, and I see loads of you that have requested this too. On top of that, a new UI has to be designed, as this is only going to be exaggerated when more and more cosmetics are added to the game. Each set should be a drop-down list, then once you click that set, it should bring up the number of many recolors, and that will allow you to choose parts from that set to equip. Obviously, that requires some more button presses than the current UI, but the current one also wastes a lot of time searching for the item based on what it looks like, if you can remember anyway. On a lighter note, I would also like to see the season and voyage menu be overhauled too, the former being a bit more problematic than the latter. Either way, less time in the menus and more time in the game is always a bonus for me. Rare have done a superb job with the season pass over the last few seasons. Overall, the items have been getting much better. There's still a lot of doubloons and gold for my taste, but the free track is definitely better than some other live service games. Anyways, this time I would like to see 2 big additions to ice the proverbial cake on the season pass. Firstly, would be more pirate legend items. As we saw in season 4, we got 2 items based on 2 legendary pirates, Briggsy's Cutlass and the Wanda Spyglass. They're good items, especially with the Spyglass itself. However, 2 items are much less than what we got in season 1 and 2. I think pirate legends need at least 5, and if we're basing these off of legendary pirates, we have more than enough items to fill out the season pass. We can have items from Duke, Lorena, Ramsey, Flameheart, Merrick, Stitcher Jim, Grace, and so on and so forth. I also love the fact we get a frigging curse in season 1, then it was all downhill from there. Pirate legends need more rewards outside of the few available through Athena's Fortune. There, I've said it again. Along with this, after tier 100 is reached, there's nothing else you can really do. Rare should add a tier of golden doubloons which is re-rolled infinitely until you end the season, just to reward you for the deeds and other actions when you finish your season pass. Other than that, the season pass is pretty good at this point, especially if you want to double up with a plunder pass. Now, hear me out on this one. This was actually proposed by the host of Pirate Talk Radio, Davrim, who spoke about adding a lore compendium. The idea is that when you read a piece of lore in a journal, this is added to your own book so you can read it at any time, instead of having to look it up on a wiki or Rare Thief or actually going back to that specific journal. This is a fantastic idea and I very much approve. Essentially, this book can start off blank. Think of it as an option in the menu, and as you read journals, play through tall tales, or even speak to specific characters, these bits of lore are added to your journal. The journal would be also set into subcategories of factions, characters, and events in the Sea of Thieves universe. Not only would this make the lore more accessible, but also encourage players to seek it out in order to fill their lore book. This could even change to accommodate the ever-changing world of Sea of Thieves, where new players are always caught up on the current events. It's a superb idea, and I think it would be a big hit for most players. Ha! Just kidding. Before Season 4 was officially released, Rare accidentally showed off some concept art showing some underwater sea life that looked like it was coming in Season 4. Well, Season 4 is here and almost done, and it's nowhere to be seen. Sea of Thieves is a gorgeous open world sandbox game with beautiful environments, stunning landscapes, and mesmerising water. But outside of the few passive birds and the island life you can hunt, this game isn't the most lively. Honestly, as much as the game is painted as a living, breathing, bustling world in the lore, it's not portraying that in the game. It just doesn't feel very lived in. The NPCs just stand there until the end of time, the wildlife is pretty stagnant, and even the weather is. It's cool we get moving clouds, rolling fog sometimes, and eclipses, but it's easy to feel like Sea of Thieves is stuck in Groundhog Day. It'd be nice if the taverns and outposts were populated with random pirates going about their daily lives, such as drinking in the tavern, fishing, or cooking at a bonfire. I wouldn't expect this on islands, but certainly would love to see this on outposts. As of recently, the game does feel a bit more stagnant. Aside from the new construction work going on at certain islands, the seas have been evolving at a snail's pace. I actually sort of miss Duke being teleported around the map each month and the runes showing up too. What I'm saying is, anything that can make the world more dynamic and realised would be a superb addition to the game. On one final note here as well, it would be nice to have more dynamic weather, where the storm isn't always on the map, and rain, fog, strong wind and sunshine can cycle through the world. Sort of how the atmosphere changes across the 4 regions, it would be nice to have rain without a storm. That's all I'm saying. Cooking in Sea of Thieves is a simple affair, just put the meat or fish on the pan and wait for it to cook. But what if we had the ability to make better food that could be sold to the Hunter's Call? Meal prep would be a great addition to the Hunter's Call and Merchant Alliance alike, where you can experiment with ingredients to make better food that can be sold or consumed. On a quick note here, it would be nice to add the ability to cook a banana and making it just as good as a coconut, because let's face it, bananas are kinda useless. Imagine being able to combine all 5 fruits to create a fruit salad bowl, or purchasing tea and boiling it in water to make a cup of tea to drink out of your mug, or even making a digestive biscuit to accompany that nice cup of tea. No? Too far? How about seasoning meat with rare spices? This would make all merchant items like crates actually carry their ingredients, which flour and milk could also be introduced. They can be sold like normal but would also be used for cooking. This would be a great way to expand the cooking function in Sea of Thieves and a fantastic way to pass time when sailing from A to B. Hell, even allowing us to build our own recipe books as time goes on would be pretty sweet. Think of the possibilities. And that does it for today's video. This week's Obsidian 6-pack giveaway question is, what quality of life changes do you want in Sea of Thieves? Make sure you leave your gamer tag down below as it appears in Sea of Thieves, and make sure you drop a like and subscribe too. Winners are on the screen now, so good luck all. Also, one final note, I've started a second channel as of today focusing on Halo. This will cover feedback, discussion, lore, basically a Halo skin on this channel. If you're interested in Halo, please go check it out, but only do so if you like the content and do like Halo, as if not, you'll probably hurt the channel more than help it. AShinyRay will always be the main channel, but this will be a side project going forward. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.